varsity practices, the guys who are running with the ones, who's impressed you the most, who stood out the most?
Really, all the guys. To be honest with you, I mean, um, it's so many DBs that I have available right now. To man, it's like almost not such thing as a one group because there's so much talent in all the groups. So there's a lot of guys that's impressing me every day. All the guys are available right now, so everybody's practicing, doing a great job, flying around. The energy level was up high, very enthusiastic, as a unit. Um, Loving to compete, taking coaching. So,
Chandler was just saying that if you had to sit down today and pick 4 or 5 guys, it would be tough because of just how much depth you have right now.
yeah,
What is the positives and also the challenges working through that, especially through fall camp?
that's all positive. No challenges for me. That's all positives. I mean, 4 or 5 guys is not going to be enough for me. Going into the season. So I'm going to need about, you know, 9 or 10 guys that's going to be available to be able to keep guys fresh. And I feel like by the end of camp I should have, knock on wood, but um, hopefully guys can stay healthy. But if I can keep guys healthy, I think going into the season I should have um, different groups. I'll get different guys I can put in the game to spare guys legs and stuff like that, and not have an issue.
With Buford, how is he kind of different now from where he was even in the spring as a safety, kind of his understanding there?
Well, he was in the room with older guys coming in, so right off the top he was adopted by Cam Taylor Britt. So that was his guy he was with every day. So um, just been around those older guys, and Buford's his effort is unmatchable. So that's just what he brings to the table, just what he decided that he wanted to do, um, and that's what he can control. It's his effort. So I mean, with a guy that's giving you effort like that, you got to find a place to put him. And so, putting him anywhere in that secondary is what position he's going to play, and he's doing a great job.
Miles was talking about these. Understand that correctly. Miles was talking about these player-led film sessions that DBs are holding after practice.
Mhm.
What is the value of those guys teaching each other the same concepts that you teach them?
Yeah, these guys are trying to watch the film um, 2 or 3 times a day. Um, so basically, what they're doing is this practice that we just had. They'll go grab lunch and come back in and watch that film before I even get there. And so then I watch the film with the staff and then make the corrections and have my certain plays that I want to talk to the guys with. So they'll watch it again, and then at night they'll watch it a third time. So, I mean, that player ran meeting is not something I said, hey, you guys need to do that. They decided they want to do that. So it's a good sign.
Omar's skill set makes you think that he's a guy that can play safety in the Big Ten.
Who?
Omar.
What?
What about his skill set for Omar Brown makes you think he's a guy that can play safety in the Big Ten, coming from corner at the FCS?
I mean, being safety is not too far from being a corner. It's all he has the size, so that's one factor, especially being able to play safety in this league. But the mentality that he has, like I said, I've had smaller safeties before, but it had big boy mentalities. So Omar has that big boy mentality, and he has the size as well. So he was a big corner, at the last school he went to. Yeah.
Travis, what do you like about Marquise and what he's been doing? Not just this week, but going back a lot.
Just got finished talking about his effort, his unmatchable effort. What he decided that he wanted to do was come out and out effort everyone. And so that's what I like about him the most, because that's what he controlled that. All right, that's the mentality. Um, and so, you make a lot of plays and you help this team out so much by just having effort. Someone else knock a ball out, fumble, you got a guy flying to the football. There you go. We get a turnover just because of this guy choosing to have unselfish effort. All right, so that's what I like about him the most. Very coachable, good football player as well.
Yeah, I apologize if you've been asked about this, but what have you seen out of Jamin? Has he been able to practice, and how's his progress?
Javen Wright,
Yeah.
doing a great job. Day one, he got him an interception. Yep, so Javen Wright is doing a great job. Back in the mix, doing a great job.
When you have a layoff he had a longer layoff. How much time does it take, in your experience, to kind of knock off the rust when you were a player, or what you've seen as a coach?
Well, the physical part of the game, I get it. But what Javen does the best is he probably, if it's top 5 guys on the team that watches more film, so he's in the office all day long. And he's either in my office, he's up and down that hallway all day long. So with the time that he spent away from the game with his injuries, he still was around the game in the film room. So it's only a matter of time for him to get back in shape and get back moving around. That's what he's doing now. But mentally, he never lost it.
Hey, Fish, that moment, was it a big moment for him when he got that pick in day one after everything he's gone through? Or was it just, you guys just move on quick?
I don't know. I gave him a hard time when he got it. I gave him a hard time when he got the pick, But I was just like, hey, man, you happy? You full or you still hungry? Just that quick. He's probably expecting me to say good job, but I was like, you full or you're hungry, bud? And so he said, I'm hungry. I said, good. That simple. Yep.
Does he mix between safety and nickel, or is he on one specific spot?
Yeah, he mixed in between safety and nickel. Yep.
Quentin talked about being left off the Chip board, that watch list. I know, I'm sure you're using that as motivation for him. Are you using that as motivation for him?
Yeah, he should be. He should be upset. He should be upset. I mean, he got to put himself on that list. You just don't get to be put on that list because you play football. You got to go out and make the kind of plays and be the kind of player to be listed on that list. And so Quentin knows that, hey, I'm going to be the coach that keeps Quentin humbled. Makes sense? You just don't get put on that list. You have to go out and dominate college football at the corner position to get put on that list. So in order for Quentin to think about that list, he has to dominate college football at that position.
Not to put too much on his shoulders, but do you feel like
You got to dominate college football to be put on that list.
What does that look like? Dominating college football.
I mean, you have to be one of the top corners in the country. All right, you just can't. You got to be one of the top corners in the country. You have to be a Cam Taylor Britt and better. You see what I'm saying? So, last year Quentin Newsome wasn't a Cam Taylor Britt and better. He's getting there. I'm glad he's thinking about it, but now you know what he got to do. So I'm just more comfortable with talking about what you got to do to be this guy instead of just talking about being this guy. Because people don't wake up out the bed and become that guy. It's things you got to do to become that guy.
You think he's doing those things in the offseason to become that guy?
I think he's doing a great job. Yep, I think he's doing a great job. Yep.
One thing it sounds like a lot of your players kind of got caught into this passing it on. It seems like when Quentin Newsom talked about the kind of leader he wants to be, he looked at DiCaprio as the kind of leader he now wants to pass on. What have you seen from your crew as they kind of keep learning from those before them and try to then pass that on to the next group right below them?
Yeah, that's that culture I was talking about when I first got here. When I first brought the first player from transferred in here when I first got here, and I brought him in here to help me establish the culture here at this university. And those guys were babies then, and now they're growing up, and guys are leaving, and so it's just passing along. So those guys, Quentin used to get in trouble if I asked him where my new freshman is at, and he told me he didn't know. So if I catch him walking across campus and I ask him where is Malcolm Hartzog, and he say, I don't know, coach, he instantly gets in trouble. Make sense? And so I put the ownership on the older guys to make sure they're taking care of the younger guys. So when the younger guys get older, I do the same thing to them, so it's just, make sense? So right now, Quentin Newsome sits right next to Malcolm Hartzog. Quentin Newsome sits in the very front of the room. So day one of camp, he turned around and seen a freshman in the very back. he got his book bag, got his books, and went and sat in the back of the room by that freshman. That's what I'm talking about.
How long did it take for him to get out of maybe what had been his comfort zone and do those things? And how much did you have to challenge him?
The older guys kind of run that room, so it's kind of like the older guys that do it. They'll just if they see something, they're gonna say it. They're gonna bring it up. So it's kind of hard to hide in that room. You know what I'm saying? It's either I'm gonna do it or they gonna do it, but they so used to it. So
Do you have a really vocal guy like Cam back there, or do you even need a person who has that personality?
yeah, I got vocal guys. Miles Farmer is vocal. Marquise Buford is vocal. Quentin Newsom is vocal. Tommy Hill doesn't know as much as those guys do, but he's probably the most vocal, passionate guy out there on the field, you know. So it's a lot of those guys right now.
With Quentin, I mean, is it a situation where with his talent and the his leadership that he's been building, is it a situation of as Quentin knows, this room goes, as far as having a successful secondary this year?
You say Quentin knows what?
As Quentin goes, this room goes.
Oh no, Quentin don't go. Quentin get passed up. That's how it goes. You know, the room is not up under Quentin. It's competition on the Quentin right now. So if Quentin don't go, the next man go. That's how it works. All right, so, you know, nobody's safe here. All right, we're here to try to, you know, we're trying to win. So, you know, no pats on the back. We're trying to win. We're practicing every day to win the football game. So.